Kingsley, a quiet parish in the heart of Hampshire, saw the transformation of a makeshift site for the National Ijtema for Majlis Khuddamul Ahmadiyya UK, which was held over 2 days from the 18th to the 19th of September. The event saw thousands of youth members of the community gather for spiritual communion and brotherhood. The event was organised under strict COVID safety measures, with COVID and lateral flow testing, social distancing in congregational areas, and an emphasis on outdoor events. This year's Ijtema was formally inaugurated with the flag hoisting and opening session, chaired by the respected Amir Jamaat UK, Mr. Rafiq Ahmed Hayat, who addressed the Ijtema attendees after a 2-year-long wait.
This is Allah's blessing on this Jamaat that we have Huzur Aqdas amongst us. And He's able to come personally to your Ijtemas. So let's not underestimate that blessing of Allah, and we should thank Allah for this great blessing that He's given us of the institution of Khilafat. And we should pray for Hazrat Amir al-Mu'mineen Ayyad Talib al-Aziz and his family, so that may Allah give him good health and long lives, so that we continue to receive Allah's blessing through this great institution.
The convention saw 2 days of various competitions, as well as panel discussions on the blessings and relationship with Khilafat. And the purpose of residing in the presence of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih is to share our experiences in his presence in such gatherings. And what we have seen is that under any situation or circumstance, His Holiness has always remained composed and focused on his cause, with unwavering faith in Allah the Almighty. A special panel was held with Sahibzada Mian Waqas Ahmed, where attendees were fortunate to hear about instances in the life of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih.
How was it for you as a son seeing Hazur go from a father to a Khalifa?
I was also did the first bath of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih, and when you did the bath, then the relationship which is we take the priority is the relationship of the master and the servant when you do your bath.
The hub, the centre of the Ijtema workshops, saw presentations from various speakers on mental health, advice for our youth, and a special panel discussion on the life of the late Sayyid Talib Ahmed with his family and friends.
It's a matter of how far you are on this path of love towards your beloved. So Talib's love in this world, of course, his first love was God, but the worldly embodiment of that was Hazur. And if you try and do it yourself, you fall in love with Hazur, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Khamis, or fall in love with Khilafat, heads over heels, then you will also be guided to create such things.
Ijtema attendees took part in academic, sports and team competitions with great zeal and were commended on the final day with the prize distribution ceremony, with Sadr Majlis Khuddamul Ahmadiyya UK, Mr. Abdul Qudus Arif, along with the presentation of the Al-Mianami Award. The final session of the Ijtema was graced with the presence of the worldwide head of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmed, may Allah be his helper, who led attendees followed by the Ijtema report from Sadr Majlis.
We have also followed Huzur's instructions in ensuring the correct COVID safety and security measures are in place for the Ijtema. This included the criteria to have vaccination where applicable by age group, lateral flow testing, homeopathy medicine being provided to all at registration, application of Vicks, and adherence to social distancing and mask wearing. We are grateful and indebted to the continued advice Huzur Aqdas has provided throughout this whole process to enable an Ijtema to be held this year.
The concluding address was delivered by His Holiness regarding the many responsibilities of the youth of the community in fulfilling their oaths as Khuddam and followers of the promised Messiah, peace be upon him.
It is God's promise to the Prophet Islam that within his community will be people who excel in attaining knowledge and understanding. So strive to be amongst those who manifest this promise of God, the Almighty, and who will surely be the recipients of His favor and blessings.
His Holiness led the Ijtema attendees in silent prayer and proceeded to launch a new initiative from Majlis Atfalul Ahmadiyya UK, Salat Hub, which provides resources, quizzes, and achievements for learning Salat and its meaning for the spiritual training of the community's youth. This report is brought to you from MTA International, UK Studios in London.